You're a burglar, but you only steal things to slightly inconvenience your victims. What are you stealing?
I would steal every measuring cup but the 1/3 one.
The one that nobody ever needs.
Yeah. Usually, from one recipe.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to JG's Lounge. I'm your host, Jukebox, and we are here with another episode 98 today of Stardom. And man, I could not be happier with the way things have been going. I got some repeat guests with us today. First off, we got Bobby Fran. We were just joking about this, man, about the whole Bob Evans deal with your name being Robert Evans. And
yeah,
how you doing, man?
All right, man. Yeah, you got to pick your slang names, and I didn't want to go by that one, so I went with a little nickname that people used to call me when I was younger. It's a little bit better. Slightly.
Well, I feel like, you could easily be Bob Evans and just be eating some like breakfast sandwiches every time you did a show.
Yeah, I could have done a full dive into it and went for the sponsorship. My kids used to tell me, "Hey, Dad, tell the waitress your name. Maybe they'll give you a free or discount or something." Like, nah, I ain't saying shit. They might be bitter at that bastard and they'll do something to our food. I ain't doing
shit. Well, okay, thanks for coming on the show again today, man. I appreciate it. And below, Vinny, man, how you doing, dude?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just fucking being busy, too busy sometimes, but like I'm enjoying it. The summer's coming. It's been raining a lot still, though, because it's Ireland. But the summer's coming and I'm happy, man. The next 2 months, my favorite time of the year, June and July. Cannot wait.
What's the weather like in Ireland during the summer? I mean, you probably don't hit those 100-degree days, do you?
That's because either do you, man. You're just like, oh, yeah, it's like Fahrenheit. It's not really 100 degrees over there.
Now, I notice you say June and July. Is that the extent of summer in Ireland? Does it not go into like the later months?
Yeah, like sometimes we'll get like a good few weeks, couple of good weeks in August, maybe the first week of school in September. But like usually our best weather the last 4 or 5 years has been in July. We normally get like a heat wave in July, which is usually between 25 to 33 degrees, something like that, Celsius, which is a real temperature.
I have friends in Canada, and we have this fun with this debate all the time. I always have to get him to convert for Fahrenheit for me because I have no appreciation for how it feels up there.
It's 6 billion degrees here. No, it's not. Calm down, lads.
Isn't like a 40 degree difference, basically? Something like that, 30 to 40 degrees.
All I know is that 0 Fahrenheit, there's 32 Celsius is 0. No, 32 Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius. That's all I know. And after that, I'm done. So
32 degree difference.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
So we definitely still hit 100 here in Kansas.
Yeah. So what would your summers be like over there? Is it like scorching in Kansas?
Yeah, so we hit, I think last year the highest I saw it get was like 118. So I mean, it's still hit.
Ooh, doggy.
I mean, it gets up there, man.
Yeah, so if it's 118 and there's only like a 32 to 40 degree difference, that's still 50 or 60 degrees Celsius. That's insanity. Man.
It's man. You step outside and it's like you're in somebody's mouth. It's
so they say you get the dry heat there, right? Because I live on the East Coast of the United States in the Mid-Atlantic, and so we have a lot of moisture in the air. So our big thing is humidity. You get those temperatures that we're talking about, and you mix in like near 100% humidity, and it's like walking in water, just unbearable at times.
Yeah. You go outside to check your mail and you're just like drenched.
Yeah, basically.
You're getting a shower like before your shower.
Absolutely.
Man, yeah, summer is here enough. And plus me being a ginger, I get fried, man. I don't I just get fried.
So a reflection off the sun kicks your ass sometimes, right?
Yeah, so you can't be a pirate and you can't step in the sunshine.
I would be a very poor pirate, I can tell you that much. I feel like I wouldn't be stealing anything. People would be giving me stuff because they'd feel bad for me.
Yard, give me your good countenance.
Hey, before we get too into the show, Vinny, I do want to kind of give your book a shout out, man. River of Bones. It's still in those final edit process. There's not an exact release date, correct?
Yeah, it's been a labor of love, but like recently, because I think I said to you last time, but recently one of our illustrators departed. He was halfway through doing the chapter title pages, so because his style is completely different from my other illustrator, we had to go back to scratch. She's got now 8 of 13 of them done, And so after this is the illustrations, just formatting, and then I'll have it as soon as the illustrations are done. I know how long formatting takes. It takes about 5-6 weeks. So as soon as the illustrations are done, then I will announce a release date. I have 3 dates picked out in my mind already. So it's just a matter of getting the product finished before I make a release date, because I kind of jumped the gun last year and I looked like a fool, so I did. I don't want to look like a fool again, but like,
Hey,
it's coming along nicely though.
the artwork is fantastic, man, and a lot of the illustrations you've been posting online have been really nice, man.
Tia Marjoran, since she's come on as sole illustrator, she designed the cover you have up on the screen there, and she done some character promotional work for me back in the day, and then I got her to do a centerfold, and as soon as I seen the centerfold, I was like, holy shit, this woman is incredible. And when the opportunity came along to make her sole illustrator, I took that bull by the horns, and she just impresses me every single time. I sent her 13 concepts, a few lines long, and she just always blows me out of the water every single time. She's a world-class artist, and she's going to come back and work with me on my next book as well, Lonely Lighthouse, that's hopefully coming out next year.
Oh, fantastic, man. That's awesome news, man. Seriously.
Secondary plug.
and then we got Bobby over here with his podcast, man. How's the podcast going for you, dude?
It's going good. Like I was telling you before the show, I do the Sportsheads on the Shuley Network, and just trying to go at it every day and try to make the show better in every way every day. My mind's constantly amazing. It's hard to slow down my mind at night with all this podcasting stuff. I have so many thoughts and ideas, and it seems like that's when I'm the most motivated. It's like I go to bed and I get these ideas and I feel like jumping out of bed again. But it's going good, man. Just kind of grinding and just trying to find my way through it all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Vinny was doing he had 2 podcasts going, and he kind of put a halt on that to focus on his book, man. And I totally understand. So
yeah. Yeah, because I got an evening job as well. I'm literally going to go to work after this podcast. Like, you know what I mean? This guy gets it.
Yeah, I get it, dude. I get it. Bobby's just working away on his podcast, man. He's been doing big things, dude. And your Sportshead podcast is more than just sports. I mean, you do all kinds of fun shit on your show.
Yeah, we try to mix it up because, we're on a network with a lot of like kind of name guys over here, people that we know in our community. And we don't have one of those kind of bigger comedians or bigger former podcast guys attached to it. So we got to work. We got to grind a little harder at it. So, yeah, we do crazy shit like my boy Scott Fitzpatrick, shout out. He's like a panelist co-host, and he'll do shit like eat worms and he ate pet food last week because he's just, and I feel bad because he's like, hey, Bob, I'll do this stuff. I don't care. I'll eat about anything. I'll do this for super chats or just to get attention. So I kind of let him do his thing. So, yeah, just grinding it out.
Every A team needs a Murdoch.
What's that again?
Every A team needs a Murdoch.
What's a Murdoch? What is that?
Oh, have you never seen the A team?
Oh, the A team. Okay, yeah. Right. Yeah.
All right. So, hey, for today's episode, guys, my audio plans are starting to take off, and I want to show my appreciation to my listeners. Some interest in.
Is that breaking up for you too, Bobby?
Yeah, it is. I'm waiting. I was kind of being patient. You broke up a little bit during your opening.
Oh, is it glitching?
Yeah, and you're still a little choppy, bro. I always wait to say it because a lot of times it's me.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I think we all think that. Like,
yeah.
Am I chopping?
That's I was looking at yours and I was like, wait, both of us are clear. I think we're good.
I had issues yesterday. It seems like over here on Monday, I do a show at Monday noon East here in the States. And it seems like Monday morning when everybody gets up and goes to work, the network is kind of busy, and I have like these kind of issues, especially on a Monday morning.
All the commuters.
So, am I glitching right now or no?
Your audio is good, but your video is glitching.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, I know. I had a guest on yesterday, and that's a little added pressure. And then you're trying to do things in time and play like a video and have like a back and forth about it, and it just gets kind of messed up when your technology doesn't cooperate with you.
Yeah, man. And it's worse, so Wi-Fi perfect.
All I heard was it's so Wi-Fi perfect.
I heard that much of it, yeah.
So am I is it pretty bad?
No, your audio is back now, but it's a little glitchy in the video.
God damn it. It's
It's
just frustrating, you know?
it's
It really
good
is.
now.
It is because, I have the Ethernet cable. Like, as soon as you freeze up, people are like, get an Ethernet cable. And then when you have that, and then when you go, it's beyond that, basically. There are other factors, but people right away with the Ethernet cable,
All right, so are we good at the moment then?
Yeah,
Yep,
you're back.
good. You're
All
back.
right, okay. So we're gonna be explaining images to people today because I need my my audio people. The audience is growing, and I need to give them something. And I know a lot of time I share stuff and I don't explain into detail what the images are. So I've gotten a lot of feedback from people saying that it's a good show, but they don't visualize a lot of it. So this whole episode is going to be describing the images. How's that sound?
Sounds
Okay. Let's do this thing.
I told you I need practice at this because our podcasts are more visually driven because I do everything on YouTube, and we've talked in previous episodes how I need to really concentrate on this. So maybe I'll pick up some pointers from this.
Right? Yeah. All right. Well, here's the first one. Let's do this. All right. So first up,
Wow.
we got a kid in a tux holding a sewing machine.
This is like that game on Jimmy Fallon, if you've seen it, where they'll sit on either side of a desk and they'll describe a really odd thing that's being hidden from them, and you have to determine if the person is telling the truth or not. So people are going to be listening to this following description and wondering if this is right. But this picture is amazing. Go ahead, I'll let you keep going and describe it.
Well, I'm curious. I mean, you see the UPS guy in the background there? He's smiling. Like, I'm sorry, but I'd be more concerned about my job since his truck looks like it's about to fall into a river.
I
Yeah,
think
so
he completed the delivery. He's delivering that.
that's why he's happy for himself. He's like that young man needed a sewing machine to sew that boutonniere on his tuxedo, and by golly, I got it to him.
He's like, I swam ashore.
Oh
but
man, come on now. I'm running it. I'm running it here. Hold on.
No, that was interesting.
I'm
So
jumping
I'll
the
give
gun.
you. This will be practice for me for my audio description. So
Yes.
yeah, it was a young man in a
Yes, perfect.
tuxedo. It looked like he was going to a
Right.
prom, perhaps. He's
Yep.
holding
Probably.
what it looks to be a portable Singer sewing machine, and there's a
Right.
UPS truck that is backed into a ditch with its contents. Looks like it's about to be poured into a river. That's an interesting picture.
Yeah. I'm more interested in the sewing machine. Like, is that for his date?
That is his
Oh
date.
yeah, exactly. Like right, most guys bring like a bouquet of flowers. He's gonna bring like a little...
Yeah, imagine. That's like
This belonged to my great grandma. I want you.
You're going to need it after I tear that dress off you tonight.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that would be the smooth move. Here you go, sweetie. What do I need a sewing machine for? Oh, trust me, you're gonna need it later on.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this the whole concept of this actually kind of came to me last minute, and I was like, this is good. This is good for all around.
Yeah, like I'm looking at the picture and I'm struggling to understand it. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to hear people on the audio going like, what are they even talking
It's
about?
good. This is just going to give them more reason to go back and watch it.
That's it. That's what it's all about. I'd be curious too.
All right, next up. I imagine this is what pool parties look like. This is probably what pool parties look like in Ireland. So,
oh my God. No, man, they're way too tan.
They're way too tan. These pasty white bastards. Look at this. This is a ghetto fabulous party right here.
Oh my God.
This is like natural selection at its finest. Look at this.
If this was my pool, I'd be a little pissed off at the guy leaning. You just know there's water running out the side of that pool.
Yeah. Forget all the electricity and there's like on foot. That's an amazing picture too. Yeah, this asshole letting all the water out.
These dudes are like Darwin Award contenders. Like, you know what I mean?
Shit.
Like, so they've got
This is one of those hold my beer, watch this scenarios, you know?
Uh-huh.
So they've got their stereo mounted on a table in the middle of a above ground pool, like an inflatable pool. And then that leads to an extension cord that's held out of the water by two flip-flops, which in turn is connected to another extension cord, which is taped to something on the edge of the water. These
That's a doorstop.
are amazing. Is that
a doorstop hanging on the side?
That is just drunk engineering. I would say at its finest, but it's not, ain't too much fine about it. Like I said, it's just a matter of it needs a little connection to go bad, and these guys are toast, literally.
Well, and look at this. The plug-in is definitely not American, so it might be Ireland there, dude. I don't know.
No, that's not a European plug.
Oh, okay.
Look, no, ain't nobody trying to claim this. Europeans, Americans, no one's trying to claim this.
No, it's not ours.
No, don't you use like 25-volt plugs over there or something? We use double the voltage over here. So our plugs have 3 prongs, yours have 2. I think.
We got some 3-prong.
I do, yeah.
My house is full of 3-prong.
Upgrading. Welcome to the 21st century, America.
Says the guy living in a village in Ireland.
Yeah, it's a shire.
We already got our pole blown up in the front yard. It's a little bit smaller than this one, but definitely no electrical outlets near the pool.
Oh man, that is just insanity. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how is like the fact that the table's not even puncturing the inflatable pool is beyond me. Like, you know what I mean? There's so many things can go wrong, and that dude is leaning back so hard. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, he's probably trying to relax because he set up the whole thing. So he's just like, look at my fine work.
Yeah, he has that pride look on his face. Like, look at this, I achieved, yes.
He's like, I told you it would work. I told you. Bring the children back in. Bring them back in. I told you it would work.
It's fine. I promise. Just tell them no splashing. We'll be okay.
I've never had the need to party or have electricity in the center of a pool that much, and I hope I never do.
Well, nowadays you really don't need it because they have it already built into the pools.
Nice.
That's true, yeah.
All this new stuff they come out with, man. I'm telling you.
And they have floating tables now. They have Bluetooth speakers. I mean, there's a myriad of other ways you could have gone about this.
Yes. I think we did an okay job describing this, but
once again, if I'm on an audio and I'm trying to picture in my mind, these guys are telling me that there is a table in the middle of a pool and there's an electrical bar floating in the water. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch that for sure.
Oh man.
Timestamp. Mm-hmm. For those of you listening, 16 minutes and 45 seconds. That's where you're at. Okay. Are you guys ready for the next one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Bring it on. Oh my god.
What in the
this is American Hillbillies at their finest right here.
Oh my god.
I'll accentuate that a little bit with this. Here we go. Picking and agreeing. That'll help describe it a little bit.
The lady on the back left here, she's like, no. Before you sit down, this one looks a little more comfy. Let me hand you this log.
What in?
Oh my god! Like, where do you start? Like,
what in the hell?
You gotta. I wouldn't even say fully naked guy. He's at least got boots on.
He's got some dignity.
Sitting on a pile of some very comfy looking logs.
Do you think this is one of those colorized images from like the Depression or something? You know what I mean? Look at their way they're dressed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would imagine it's clearly just people being fucking ridiculous. But
yeah, it looks like mountain hill people or something.
If I was to put myself in that scenario, I would imagine some people with Alzheimer's thinking they're probably at a rodeo.
Oh my god.
They have no clue what's going on right now. There's no way.
Like what? Like when she's coming at him with the other log, she's just like, "No, you forgot one. Don't sit down on the pile. You forgot one. Get right up in there, right up the tent."
He's looking for the lighter fluid at the moment.
Oh my god!
Well, she's got like the hand up, like she's afraid because he's only really covering his junk with looks like a mining pan for gold, and it looks like she's like horrified, like, "No, don't get up. We're gonna see your junk." Stay there.
But he's like, honey, it's my treasure.
and the one in front, she looks horrified, like she knows he's about to get up, and she's done turned her head and started running away for the
running away.
Look at her lips. She's like, Josiah.
Yeah, she's like, oh shit, we're about to see a penis.
Get your ass out here and join the family.
Oh man.
That is, hey, whoever chopped that wood did a really good job, though. It looks pretty clean cut.
I'm not sure what's more disturbing, the fact that this picture exists or the fact that you knew where to get it.
Hey, welcome to the Stardom Show, people. So if we didn't do a very good job explaining this,
Do you think he shaved his body with that axe? Because he's
He probably
fairly
does a lot.
hairless.
He probably does a lot more with that axe than we probably want to know.
He probably uses the handle quite a bit.
Oh man,
dude, this is good though, man. I mean, it's definitely got a lot happening. So for those of you who are listening, it is a pile of wood with a naked man on it, and there's two ladies on either side. One's freaking out about something with a log in her hand, and the other one, like Vinny said, is either screaming for somebody else or running away. We're not really sure.
No, she's the one shouting to get the camera.
Oh yeah. He's like, hey, can you reach in my pants back there and grab my phone? I want a selfie of this.
Oh man, it's so disturbing.
That's good, man. There's quite a few of them, so just keep going. You guys ready for the next one? We're burning through these, man, but it's all good.
Right, yeah, let's do it.
Oh man,
I like these shots.
Yeah. Good morning to you, Stormy. Thank you for tuning in. This
Stormy.
is Bobby's co-host.
Yep.
She's I appreciate you popping in on my shows lately too. So thank you.
Yeah, she's supportive. We all support each other. We do coffee and pods together. Stormy's my co-host.
Indeed. Right on. I'm gonna be honest with this picture. I feel like the cat's got to be CGI'd. Who the hell would put a cat?
It does look like it's like a
raft.
Superman kind of thing.
I'd actually counter that, Dylan, and say that the cat is the only thing that's actually there.
The rest of it's
Kids are
just
fake.
the rest of it's green screen. It's just a cat.
I love that. Not an adult to be found on the Sea-Doo. So it's like the Sea-Doo raft. The kids are like literally like airborne.
I mean, the one on the right with the Barbie jacket looks like she's really enjoying herself. Though.
She's like, more.
Well, she has the expression on her lips like she's about to say "oh," and I imagine the next word is probably shit after that. We just caught the "oh" part because her other siblings are literally like airborne in the raft.
Yeah, the one in the middle is definitely like I should have probably second guessed getting on this thing.
Yeah, then the little one, she's like, no.
She's calling her a dumbass for not holding on to the little handles.
You know how see, the cat doesn't have a life jacket on. That's how we know.
That's how we know it's CGI in there.
Oh my God.
Hey, props to the parents for at least making them wear their life jackets.
Yeah, I think the parents have already left the building. Like they're already in the boat a minute ago before this photo, and the parents are gone. The parents have already been thrown overboard. You know what I mean? Like the cat threw the parents overboard. Now you're killing the children.
See, what I'm thinking is what you don't see is the boat and a bunch of parents on there just partying and not even paying any attention.
Oh yeah, they're just cruising. The moms are sipping and talking to each other. The dads are driving the boat. They got it flopping.
There's a rope. Like, look at the rope. They're towing that.
They're like, just put a life jacket on. We'll bob them out the water. We'll turn around, bob them out the water, and they get out. They'll be all right.
The wives are all like, "Hey, should we check on the kids?" And the dad's like, "No, they're fine. They got their life jackets. They're fine."
Right.
Take another drink, babe. You need a refill? Gotcha.
Even though it's a rope length away, it's still a time away from their kids, and every parent will take that.
That's right. Do you hear screaming? No, that's just the engine. That's just the
they do that all the time.
We'll circle back. We'll do a lap. We'll sail it in a lap, and if they come out of the boat, we'll get them on the way around. They'll float. It'll be grand.
Have you guys ever been tubing or skiing?
No.
Bobby.
I've been tubing like really gentle, kind of just going down the stream tube. None of that extreme whitewater shit. No.
Yeah. How about you, Vinny?
No, we don't really have like tubing over here. I don't think.
I don't really see a rowboat pulling any.
like we're up against the Atlantic, so there is lots of surfing on the West Coast. But like, yeah, no, I've never been like rafting or any of that shit. Like. But yeah, you can't go kayaking here, but most of it's on the West Coast. I think where all the Atlantic Ocean is and shit. Like,
and see where I'm at, we have nothing but lakes. I mean, there's no oceans or anything. So I mean, we do a lot of rafting and skiing and stuff like that. And I've definitely wiped out. So there's nothing more fun than wiping out with skis on and smacking you in the face as you
and
hit the
having
water.
some extra thing like smack you in your head or take your leg in a direction it was never intended to take. Yeah.
Yes.
We do things like
man.
we have jet skis around here. My nephew has some, and I do like stand-up paddle boarding. I like to just get on a paddle board and just cruise for like an hour or two, just stand up and paddle around. I'm into that.
We got like we got like paddle boats and stuff like that around here too. So just kind of go do some fishing or something.
Yep.
All right, let's get to the next one.
What the fuck?
First thing I noticed when I saw this was, man, I wish I had that tub.
It's too small.
Too small. That thing's big for me, man. I'm like, man, I can actually lounge in there.
Your legs would be up in that mirror for sure. Like you'd be kissing your knees, dude. It'd be horrible.
The tub I have right now is like a fucking bobsled, though. You barely cram yourself in there just to get
about ready to qualify to get clean.
Right,
dude. Fucking a bobsled carried the hopes of a nation when it took Jamaica to the Winter Olympics. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Man.
Cool runnings.
cool runnings.
Hey, that is a pretty cool pink looking gun there, though, isn't it?
Yeah, like what a picture. I'm gonna let you describe this one because if I say it, they're gonna be like, I don't know what that guest was talking about.
Based off the picture and the dimensions of the walls, I imagine this is a rundown trailer somewhere, and the tub is literally the width of the trailer itself. There is a lady in there sitting with a baby on her lap with a pink. What I don't even know, a semi. What is that? An automatic rifle or something?
Yeah, it's an AK, is it?
And
it looks like it has like a slide bolt on the top of it. Yeah,
right. And I don't even think that's I don't know if that's a dog.
I have no idea what that animal is,
or a fox that's been smashed. I have no idea. It's definitely cryptid, whatever it is.
It looks kind of like a lurcher or something, like a greyhound mix or some shit.
That's CGI'd for sure.
The only thing there is the dog.
Maybe she's just prepping her kid for school. This is how do you disassemble a gun if there's ever one? And I mean that it's not meant to be that funny. It is, but it isn't because it's a real thing. But
so what's this, like Fisher Price? My baby's first rifle pose.
My baby's first rifle. There you go.
Man, what I think what's happening here is if anybody's seen the Stanley Kubrick classic Full Metal Jacket. So what happens is that the child has obviously gone AWOL and has gone berserk, and the mother is trying to restrain him, and the child is having none. It's
actually the kid holding the gun.
The kid's holding the gun, and the mother's trying to wrest away from it.
Oh man.
Yeah. I think it's a classic case book.
It's definitely a child holding the gun, not the mom.
The child is holding the mother hostage. It's a ransom photo. That's what's going
on. There's a hell of a lot of mirrors happening too. I mean, I feel like that's a bit too much.
It's definitely a sex
you can imagine that the tub was used probably for something a little bit more than just relaxing in it. I'm thinking people want to see their angles.
Do you think there's any jets in there?
Do you think it's a sex koozie?
I think the mirrors are an indication that might be something going on there.
All right, here's the next one, guys.
What the fuck?
This is the next Mortal Kombat release, guys.
Oh man,
it looks like Santa found his missing elf.
Oh fucking hell! Like if you look at it though, it looks like he's still dangling pretty long. Like for that kind of like one can only imagine cold environment. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
that's his show. Like you know what I mean?
He's got his junk hanging down, going, "Water's pretty deep over here too, honey."
Don't worry, it's not the Loch Ness monster. It's just my schlong. It's the Cock Ness monster.
The guy on the left's like, "Hey, have you seen my my slippers? It's a bit chilly around here. I need my shoes." Who wants to take a go at explaining this one?
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead. Right. So what we see is like open waters, looks like a lake or something shit. Maybe a river, I'm not too sure. But you see a man on the left who's completely nude, except for wearing a Santa Claus hat. He's got a white beard, he's kind of portly, and then across him is a woman carrying a red, blue umbrella. I was gonna say red umbrella. And she's wearing a Miss Claus. What is her first name? Like, what's Miss Claus' first name? It's
I didn't
Miss
even think
Claus.
that was a woman. At first, I thought that was a
right.
dude.
I don't know. We have confirmation that that's a woman. We have someone that's dressed up like Santa in a long, elegant Santa robe, if you will.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we have an open-ended person.
Gender neutral. Let's see,
Gender neutral
non-specific.
Santa Claus over here.
Mhm.
And no, to answer your question, Vinny, I'm not sure I know what Mrs. Claus' first name is.
Because we have Saint Nick. So what's her name? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think she
Dick.
needs a better publicist. Like, you know what I mean? Because like he's everywhere. Like everybody knows him. Like, you know, surely she does some of the work.
she keeps control of the elves back home. I mean, except for this one, he's probably pretty pissed off. This one got
She's
away.
like running a sweatshop in the background. Like, you know what I mean?
You know,
So, all right.
But
I'm wondering, like, what is the intent, even the necessity for this picture? Because, yeah, like he said, they're standing in open waters. It looks like a Mr. and Mrs. Claus or whatever gender neutral clause meeting each other. But why are they even here is what I'm asking. Why?
It's probably another one of those Alzheimer's situations.
You think so? I don't know.
Man, do you think he's returned? Like, so the guy in the left who's naked, and the guy the gender neutral clause sounds like it's something you see in a contract, doesn't it?
I like that.
But right. Gender neutral clause on the right, so they are coming over. I think they're just returning. They're just returning the jacket. That's all it is. It's just a friendly.
Hey man, I found your robe down the stream.
Wow,
it fits pretty well. You ever see those black and white images, like photos where there's like a random color that pops in it?
Yeah, like they like accent them or something.
Yeah, they'll accent one color. Mm-hmm. That's kind of where I mean, there's red in here. That blue definitely stands out to me. The blue umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's even raining.
It doesn't look like it's raining at the moment.
To be honest with you, man, this picture's insane, but the umbrella is the least important thing. Like, it's the least necessity. Yes. Like, you know, of all the things there, the umbrella is the least necessary thing.
That's one explanation I need. Why are you using that umbrella right now?
That's the only thing I'd be asking. Like, you know, dude's completely naked. I'm like, why is he carrying an umbrella? Like, you know what I mean?
It's not supposed to be the most disturbing thing about this picture, but it is.
It is. It kind of is to me.
Like, the guy on the left is like, dude, you're crazy, man. What are you doing with an umbrella?
Like, I know I look crazy because I'm naked, but you gotta carry a fucking umbrella. What's wrong with you?
It's like, who swims with an umbrella? People swim naked all the time.
Who's the idiot here, guy? I mean, really, come on.
And then whoever's taking the picture is probably like, do you see what's going on right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the person on the right is carrying an umbrella. I gotta get this photo.
It looks like some shit you can't make up. Like, you gotta catch this. Like, oh Lord, I gotta get this.
You would never believe what I saw today, guys.
I seen this person out in the lake with an umbrella.
Like if somebody you're trying to describe this by sound, but if you people be like, "What? You are out of your mind." No way that there were two people dressed the way you are describing in a river. I don't believe it. But there it is, right there.
You need to go get yourself checked out, man.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm the crazy one. Sure.
All right, on to the next one.
No, that's all kinds of disturbing right there. That's what that is. And there's only one dude. Actually, just two. There's two dudes there.
How many of them do you think lose their heads by the time they're
I was thinking that too. I want to see this ride go.
The kid in the front looks like that's probably his dad next to him, and he's like, "Fuck."
It does have that little bit of dejection there. Like, this was it's either my dad or this was supposed to be my girl, and I'm next to this broke Crash Bandicoot looking thing or something.
got some furry event going on at the theme park. Right?
Okay, went to I had to come to the park the weekend of the furry convention. Great.
Stormy says a child's nightmare.
And most adults.
It's actually a family reunion. Those are all of his aunts, uncles, and parents.
Yeah, I'm from a long line of mascots. This is what I'm going to be doing when I get older. This is my future, guys. This is why I look like this.
The dude is like, oh, my family hate me. I decided to become a lawyer instead of a mascot. You know, I mean, I come from 10 generations of mascots.
Right. Yeah.
Someone didn't get their costume on time.
Then in the very back to the left here, you can see there's a guy without a costume on too, and I'm like, man, he's gonna get hit with every one of those heads when they come on.
Back to the left.
Man, I picked the wrong seat for this one.
Oh man, that is so fucking disturbing. Is
that
going
is,
like?
it's disturbing. It's very disturbing.
Man, could you imagine though you're like on a roller coaster and you're like, oh, this is terrifying, and you just look around and you see the blank expression on his face of that fucking Crash Bandicoot dude, and he's just like, you don't know if he's terrified, you don't know if he's enjoying it, you don't know if the ride's going the way it's supposed to be going, like, and you just have to assess it from that dead-eye motherfucker, like, you know what I mean? Terrifying.
All right,
all
so I swear I'm not high, and this is actually what I'm seeing. But I'll describe
Yeah, Bob,
this, okay?
bring it on, Bob.
All right, I swear this is what I'm seeing. There's like a roller coaster, guys. You ain't gonna believe this. And I swear there's all these like guys dressed up in like mascots, bro. And I was like the only normal dude on the ride. I swear, man. And we ran around the curves and shit. It was crazy, bro. It's literally a roller coaster.
They're a
full
pack,
of mascots.
okay? They're just a pack of imaginary wolves. That's all it is.
Oh man, that is amazing.
That's a good way to describe. I mean, I think that's probably the only way to describe it, Bobby. You know, a couple of them are probably throwing up in their helmet halfway through the roller coaster too.
Yeah, I feel for some of those people when they're at the parks all day and you see them in those costumes and it's 100 degrees or so. You know they got to be dying in there.
So I actually worked at Chuck E. Cheese when I was in high school.
Oh, cool.
Vinny, you probably don't have Chuck E. Cheese out there.
Yeah, we have Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, yeah. My daughter had many parties at Chuck E. Cheese. Absolutely.
Yeah. But Vinny in Ireland does not.
Okay, right.
No, we don't have Chuck E. Cheese.
It's a mouse mascot, basically. So, like, for birthday parties, you go out in this mascot, and it's literally all the employees, and it's the grossest thing in the world because it's like, I doubt they even washed the damn thing. So you go out there with this oversized head mouse thing and these kids' birthdays. I don't know how many times I got headbutted in the nuts by kids.
Absolutely.
Dude, I used to do promotional work, and like literally I work for this company, and like every now and again they'd say you got to go promote this product or whatever, and then there was a big promotion coming up for Easter, and like for 2 weeks they're like, you got to do the big promotion. They kept saying, but they're never giving me any details for some reason. I was like, what's going on? They normally give me the details for earlier on. So 2 days before the promotion, like, oh yeah, we're going to need you to dress up as a giant Easter bunny and not let any kids see you take your head off. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do that. And I just didn't go. I just didn't go to the promotion after, like, you know what I mean? I was like, you're going to have to get somebody else. You know what I mean?
It's not going to be
me. The bunny didn't show up.
Yeah, man, I'm not going to be the dude outside half Easter bunny smoking a cigarette. Like, you know what I mean? Like traumatizing like a load of kids that are coming out. Like
you're holding the hat to your side.
Kids, you're going to have to wait.
Yeah. I got a fag outside I'm like headlocking the head, and there's a fag in the Easter bunny's mouth, and there's a fag in my mouth, like, you know what I mean? A cigarette, like we call cigarettes fags over here.
I was going to say a little clarification for our American friends. I'm familiar with that term, but you got to clear things up, you know.
Yeah.
Vinny is from Ireland, folks, okay?
Yeah. It comes from faggots, which means a bale of sticks, and that's where the terminology fag comes from, cigarettes, pretty much.
Yep. I didn't know that was still the term that you use there, though.
Yeah, we do, man. Yeah.
You also roll your own cigarettes, don't you?
Yeah, we have to now because they're so like tobacco's super expensive over here. Like,
but what do you call a homosexual that's smoking a cigarette over there?
I know Dave. What's his name?
That's perfect. I was going to say a fag with a fag, the obvious line, but yours is even better.
Hey, look, Dave over there smoking a fag.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Smoking Dave. We just call him Dave.
That's good. He's just that guy that everybody knows.
Yeah.
All right, next up. This popped up earlier when I was messing around, but I imagine she's probably not playing that accordion very well. Just gonna throw it out there.
Oh, playing it amazingly well. She looks very happy with herself.
Accordion to who?
So for my listeners here, we got a lady. I would assume she's naked. I don't see any clothes, but that's not really the awkward part. It's that she's for some reason smushed into a dryer.
Yeah, she looks like she's trying to take a shite in a dryer.
Yes, she's very happy about it, though. Definitely happy about it. And she's playing an old school accordion. So, yeah, I think that's the best way. She's definitely in a laundromat, too. This isn't like a home laundry room. This is a legit laundromat. So she's
This looks
in
like
public.
maybe a college rank or something. She looks like she's taking a shite in a dryer. She's got her ass in a dryer, and she's topless, and she's covering what breast she might have with an accordion.
Yeah, I like that you specify that might have, because clearly there's not a whole lot happening, because that accordion's pretty close to her chest.
Yeah.
How do you know, man? They could be just like droopy.
Could have them low hangers, huh?
Yeah.
Because she's near the cleavage point in this picture, and I don't see any cleavage. So it's either she has nothing or she got them low hangers.
What song could she possibly play that would go into this scenario?
Jimmy Crackcorn, I don't care.
She's like, "Hey, is my hair in my face? I'm trying to play this." Also, that's a pretty small dryer. That doesn't look very big to me.
Do you think, like, what if she's on an airplane and that's like a new age toilet?
The things that people will do in their Airbnbs nowadays. Look at that. Honey, I swear I got footage of somebody taking a shite in a dryer.
Do either of you know how to play an accordion? Because I sure as hell don't.
No.
I do not. My kids had like my first accordion thing, and you just like do the bellows in and out, and it sounds annoying, and then you put it down. That's about as far as I got with it.
I don't care who it is playing it. It sounds annoying.
Dude, for some reason when we were kids, they only taught us tin whistle and recorder.
Like, tin whistle, what I mean? Like, you mean the flute?
It's like, it kind of looks like a flute, but it's literally just a whistle. It's like a long whistle. It's made from tin, and it's got a plastic top that you blow into. And there's nothing more excruciating than hearing like 50 kids blowing into like a tin whistle out of tune. Yeah, kind of like a piccolo. Yeah, and it's like it's a traditional Irish like instrument or whatever. But like when you're a kid, like when you got like 50 kids all in assembly trying to use the tin whistle, all learning at the same time. It doesn't sound like that, dude. It's like you know what I mean? Like, it's excruciating.
All right, you guys ready for the next? I think we explained that one about as best as we possibly can. Next up.
Oh my god.
Who wears socks with their sandals? This is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like,
once again, we go right to the most disturbing aspect of this. I'm glad that you. That's funny that you say that, the socks and sandals. I have a whole aversion to that personally. I can't do it. I can't do the socks and the sandals.
Me either. I can't do socks and sandals, man. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Bro,
I mean, there's a lot about this picture that doesn't make sense to me, but I mean, come on.
My wife bought me. Sandals. She bought me slip-ons because she said I drag things in the house if I step outside in my socks, and I still can't bring myself even just to go out in my yard to put my slip-ons with my socks to go out in the yard. I can't do it. I fear I'll end up in a picture like this in a Walmart one day with meat laying on top of me.
Every man has to have a code.
Vinny, did you say you don't own sandals?
Yeah, man, I would never wear shoes that can just fly off. Like literally, like when we were kids, you're always like, you have to wear comfortable runners in case somebody chases you.
Very
like,
good.
You
point.
know what I mean? Like, you know
Very
what I mean?
Good point.
Yeah, how are you going to outrun a dog indoors?
You know, we'll go in the city. I go in the city a lot with my family, especially when they were younger, and they would wear flip-flops, and we're trying to make our way through a downtown area. And I'm like, you never wear shoes, like you said, that can fly off your feet in a downtown area. You got to be ready. You got to go. You got to be mobile. You know,
if you get mugged, right, like the last thing you need on your feet is flip-flops and you're chasing down someone.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
You're like running and flailing. You hear the floppy flops.
Yeah, because your first two kicks are going to become a decision. Do I run barefoot and kick these motherfuckers off, or do I go flip-flop and all the way? So like after the first few, you're like, okay, I'm losing these motherfuckers. You're chasing after this dude barefoot, like, you know what I mean? Hot pavement, game over. You're not catching anyone barefoot at hot pavement. All I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, so wear sneakers, as you Americans call them.
No one wants to be caught dead with flip-flops. You'd rather be run and then live.
unless you're really good at like boomeranging and you can use them like a projectile.
Like Eddie Murphy did. Murphy's mother did. Shoot.
Well, I think we did a pretty good job explaining this one, guys. So on to the next one.
Did we?
How about the meat? What about the meat?
I'm joking. I was joking. So Vinny, you want to explain this one?
All right. So what we got, it looks like a deli counter, like, or some stuff. Not really a deli counter. It's kind of like all the cold cuts from the store left out. You got some fucking idiot that's wearing like lounge pants and a comfy top, wearing socks and sandals, and they're lying down on the refrigerator or fan, I think, and they're lying down on some of the meat, and then they're kind of covered in all these steaks. It's such a waste. It's such a waste to find meat. You know what I mean? Like, it's like one of my favorite things in the world is eating a nice steak. Like, it's one of my favorite things in the world. And like, I would literally, if I saw this travesty right now, I would get that person and I would slingshot him across the fucking supermarket, like so fucking far, man. I swear to God, I would put them in another dimension. It's such a waste of food, man.
Maybe they're just trying to cool off, and there's no AC there. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm wondering, what is the mindset that makes you want to lay in basically a butcher's case, in a meat case, and then cover yourself with the meat? I'm perplexed.
Same mindset of wearing socks with your sandals.
Yeah, man,
and there you go. And that's why I never want to do it, because I'll end up like this.
So the biggest indicator for a douche that would lie in a meat counter is socks and sandals. Pretty much.
Oh, hell, honey, go get your meat. I see that guy with socks and sandals.
Hey, go grab that one by his face. I bet we can get him to mark it down for us.
And they're like, "Oh, this meat's contaminated. Look, we've got evidence."
Are you gonna throw that away? No, just discount it. 25%. I'll buy all of it.
Excuse me, sir. I need that sirloin on your abdomen, please.
This one even says club size. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like they're ruining the whole club's evening, is all I'm saying. There's a barbecue there. There's memories to be had with that meat, goddammit.
Oh, man. Socks and sandals will lead to people.
If I was Adidas, I probably would sue them for wearing those sandals with socks.
Yeah.
Do you have Walmart over in Ireland, Vinny?
No.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is a daily occurrence in the States. Unfortunately, you would exhaust yourself going to every Walmart trying to regulate these kind of activities. I don't know what it is about here over the States, but there's some attraction to these type of people where there are some websites or Twitter sites that are dedicated. They can just show you all day of these incidents that go on in these Walmarts in the States.
Yeah,
you're lucky to not have a Walmart.
Yeah, we have like Tesco. I work in a big kind of superstore, but the supermarkets do tend to bring out the worst in people sometimes, and they're being customers for some reason, and they get annoyed at you for things that are completely out of your control, and you're just like, dude, I'm just here. You know what I mean? Like, if I control what happens with the orders, I wouldn't be packing the shelves. You know what I'm saying? Like
I own pants. I own pants that are casual lounge pants, and I'll call them my Walmart pants. And they'll say, "Oh, Walmart pants on again." I'm like, "Yep, I'm gonna go out to the store any minute now."
I imagine this is the meat counter employee taking a picture in case his manager comes back there yelling about the case being empty.
Yeah, because once again, like we're describing it, you're not going to believe it. Just by description, you need a picture.
Manager's like, "Why is this counter so empty?" Well, let me just show you this picture real quick. Also, the weird the pink print pants are a little offsetting as well, but whatever.
Yeah, man, like nothing's color coordinated about this picture.
Nothing at all.
You know what I mean? Like they're wearing like a green hoodie, maybe. I can't see the hood.
Gray or green. One of the
yeah.
Once again, all the decision making stopped. Yeah. The sandals. It didn't go any further up. That was it.
Do you think they get dressed like horribly as well? Like to put the socks and the sandals on first, and then their outfit, like, you know what I mean? They're just a horrible person. Like
there's no way they're in a sober mindset.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
They probably exist in only their socks and sandals around the house, and like, oh, I gotta put all my clothes on to go to Walmart and land at a lunch meat counter.
Bring me my good word. Bring me my fancy leopard skin.
Yeah, right.
The employees are like, oh, it's just Dave's back, guys. Dave's back.
Mr. Fancy Leopard Pants.
All right, on to the next one.
Bring in the clowns.
Do either of you have a fear of clowns?
No.
Me either.
No, I never had that fear. I grew up thinking that clowns were like kindly and nice, and only when I got older did I realize that they had this kind of more horrific connotation to them from history, and also I just like them for what they're. They're just fucking clowns.
You think that that priest is excited about this one?
Yeah.
He's just a night that he couldn't wear his clown costume because he's been an official reverend gear or some shit. Like,
I imagine he's thinking, why did that dude wear some shoes that are clearly going to make him slip and fall trying to carry this coffin?
Well, I think he's probably pondering what donation he's going to get for his congregation out of these guys, and he probably got hit in the eye with a cup with more than one flower with the water in it. Like, hey, pastor, thanks for making it. Walk on.
I'm gonna guess all those clowns showed up in a Fiat with that coffin strapped to the top of it.
Good point. Yeah, he might have been like the first one in the clown car, and he's still trying to get his posture back.
A little bit of adjustments here and there.
Oh,
Bobby, you gonna explain this one?
Oh, sure. And I'm not high on anything, people. So for the audio people, what we are seeing here is apparently a clown funeral, or at least someone that has clown pallbearers. Yes, they're at a gravesite. It looks like they just taken the casket out of the hearse, and they're making their way to the gravesite. The pastor is walking confused and disconcerted in the front of them, and there are literally like 8 clowns carrying someone to their final resting spot.
I mean, the weather looks nice at least.
Good weather.
I'm gonna guess it's probably whoever owns the circus that they work at in that casket.
Do you think they all carpooled in the hearse? Like just fucking shit in the
Clown
and
hearse,
it's just
yeah.
like waka, and just like they're all climbing out, like, you know.
Oh man,
Oh,
I think the
man.
best one out of all of them is the hobo in the front left.
Yeah, there's like all these different types of clowns, isn't there? Like there's the
Yeah, it's
hobo
definitely a
clown.
variety.
Yeah, I heard it in Modern Family one time, but I can't remember it.
Yes, Modern Family. What's his name?
Philbo.
Well,
Cameron.
I don't remember his name. The guy who played the clown.
Cameron.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
his real name's Eric Stone Street, I think. It's
He's been in my store. He's from my hometown.
oh really?
So,
Yeah,
he's been in my store like twice, and he's
I saw
definitely
him.
older guy now.
yeah, he's so
I saw
funny.
him.
Though.
He headed off the NFL draft. Y'all had the NFL draft in Kansas City, and
Yes.
he was like a big MC there at the draft party.
Yes, he was. From what I've known, he's a pretty decent guy too. It's nice to find celebrities who are actually decent people.
And not baby eaters.
Yeah. Hey, so I do have one more, and this one is just kind of I don't know.
That's how I look after I eat the pepper. You know what I mean? Like, you
Mhm.
bite into it, and you're like, ah.
Oh man, I like to dip my bell peppers in ranch.
That's pretty cool.
But I did do a little. What does that look like to you?
Well, I had a couple ideas at first till I figured out it was fruit. Yeah, or it looks like I don't know if that's a tomato
It's a
or
bell
a strawberry. Bell
pepper,
pepper.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking it was like this right here. You know, the Jurassic Park character
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
spitting the shit on your face.
Yeah.
I was thinking if it was the right size, a guy might get an idea.
Oh my god.
Does that look like a mouth? Does that look like a mouth?
Or
to
if the
you?
guy is the right size even.
There you
Oh man.
Oh man.
So
Jesus.
we're looking at a bell pepper cut in half.
Do you think this is
and,
because he saw himself being cut in half? My brother.
Yeah, they caught him mid-screen, like no. Good point. The reaction of the knife.
Out of all the images, it's here we go, right here. You see this? It says an old girlfriend.
That's about me and my Los Angeles. We think
Lost interest. Yeah, I gotta get him on the show, man. He keeps talking about wanting to come on.
Yeah.
This has been a hell of a show, guys, and I want to say thank you guys for coming on here. And the concept I think for today was great, minus me glitching in and out. But you know,
You got that shitty Kansas Wi-Fi, man. What can you do?
I'm
about it?
telling you, dude, I need some of that Ireland village Wi-Fi is what I
You
need.
need some of this sweet ass Shire broadband, man. You know what I'm saying? We got them.
I don't have a
24/7.
mouse outside, just running on a little wheel, keep my Wi-Fi going. Sorry.
You should clearly though.
I just threw mine away. I need to get a new one. He already died.
I needed those thoroughbred electrical mouses. You know what I mean? Like, bred for making electricity.
I definitely wanted to do something like this though, because I think we all of us who stream live, you know, there's definitely those who listen to us and don't really watch. So just being able to kind of work on describing stuff, you know, as off the wall as today's episode was, it definitely helps you kind of strengthen your podcasting skills.
Yeah, for sure.
It does. I agree. I told you I needed to work on some of this stuff, and maybe as I'm doing a show from now on, I'll think of one of these disturbing pepper images or the guy, the Santa in the lake, and I'll be like, oh, I need to describe things more because people are not going to understand what this is. Yes, very, very helpful today. This is fun.
It's funny, Bobby. Vinny, last night, Bobby goes, "So what's the topic?" And I'm like, "No, this is my show, man. I don't tell you what the topic is."
I forgot, and it's a very cool way to do it. Yeah, because I was like, hey, are we talking about anything specific? Because we've jumped on, talked about podcasting and various things before, but then he was like, yeah, Bob, I don't do the whole topic. And I'm like, there you go.
Yeah.
And it is good because you get good, genuine reaction. I had no idea you were going to show us those pictures.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Well, and I try to post a clip every day. I like to give exposure to people I have on. I like to post clips, and getting that reaction that like, oh, I didn't expect that reaction. For some reason, people eat it up, man.
It's good.
Dylan, I actually want to say something to you, man. Do you remember back in the day, about 2 years ago, when we recorded our first episode together? It was like through a mobile phone, shitty headphones. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Look at you now, motherfucker. Look at you now. You know what I mean?
Even with
So
the glitches,
fucks,
I mean, this is
come a long way, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Even with the glitches, man, even being able to play off of that, I definitely feel like I've came a long way. Yeah, I used to, when I first had Vinny on, it was 2 years, actually probably 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Him and his buddy Noel, and we were literally using cell phones, and it was like an app on our phone, and I was like hiding underneath like a pillow fort to keep the audio
in. So that's an interesting question. How did you come to know a guy from Ireland? How do you guys know each other originally?
How did we meet, Vinny?
I think we were both in a podcasting group, and I seen a few of your posts, and I thought this guy looks funny, and I said I'd hit you up, and we just started chatting, and then a couple of weeks later I came on your podcast, and then like after that we've just been chatting very much ever since. Like
been friends since then,
I actually I think I introduced you to Beige, like you know what I mean.
Well, it's funny because like I had seen Beige on some of the groups, but we never like talked.
Yeah, I did the exact same thing. I seen Beige, he posted like, this dude looked interesting, so I just hit him up, and I've been friends with Beige ever since. I do that, man. I'm a curious person. If I see people that look interesting to me, or if I see things that look interesting to me, I draw onto them, like, so like he looked like an interesting dude. Look, sure, I was right. 2 years later, we're still cracking jokes, looking at people shit in tumble dryers playing accordions. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I call friendship right there.
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, you want to come on a bullshit? Yeah, let's just do it.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
And Bobby, you're a new friend to me, but you are a friend. We've been around, we've been in communication for a couple months now.
Yeah.
And it's definitely cool to play ideas off of each other and being podcasters. Vinny's, I still consider you a podcaster, even though you kind of backed out for a little bit or whatever. It's fun, man, just to bounce ideas, bouncing ideas off each other and having a good time.
I appreciate you reaching out to me initially because you're the one that kind of made this relationship happen. You were like, hey, Bob, I seen you on some stuff. Let's get together and do shit. So I appreciate that. And I'm really enjoying like getting to know people like Vinny and all, and just this expanding kind of podcast community that I'm part of now. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, because I can't wait. I'm going to come to the States in a couple of years. I was telling you in Beige, and I'm going to hit up as many podcasters on the way around, man. So if you're going to have me on the East Coast there, Bobby, you know what I'm saying? We can meet up, have a few drinks, I
love that. Yeah, that'd be great, man. Because that's what I've got. That's what I've gotten into recently is that I'm taking that next step now. I've gotten to know these people only through podcasting and seeing on screen. And now I have gotten together with some of these people and actually making the connections. So that's kind of the next level that I'm getting into. As I develop my podcasting, I also want to meet these people and kind of get out physically too.
Old school networking is the best kind of networking.
Oh, it is, man. And I've met a lot of people on here, and I'm at a point where it's like I love having a lot of the people that I talk to every day on. So I'm trying to kind of just mingle the people together. Like you guys didn't know who each other were. Exactly. And my last show was the same way. And it's nice to kind of bring people together. And it's almost like stand up. A lot of comedians I have on, you have to be able to play off of each other. So when you can get people live, they don't know what's going on, and being able to do a show together with people you've never met, it's a good feeling, man. It really is.
And it's an interesting challenge as well. It keeps you sharp.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Definitely. All right, guys. So, hey, for everybody that tuned in today, there's a lot of people popping on and off. I appreciate you, Stormy, my lost interest, Facebook user, whoever the hell you are. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Bobby and Vinny. Hey, make sure one more shout out to your book here, River of Bones. Keep in touch with Vinny. You can find him on Instagram. I'll put your link in the description.
No, I'm actually not on Instagram anymore. I'm just on Facebook.
Okay.
Upload Wolf Indie Pub. But check me out. But literally, like, if anybody wants to support River Bones when it comes out, please do. It's been an absolute labor of love, and it's only the beginning because I've got a shit ton more ideas to come.
Yeah, man. I'm so pumped for you. You've been working on this book for a while, so I'm proud of you, man.
The story's been finished for a while, man. It's just getting the product done.
Yeah.
As I said to a good friend of mine, Bengali, man, he's a really good author. Anyone check out? He did like Chasing Graves and all these. Like, he's done the Emaneska series, and he's got like a Demon's Reign just came out. And like this guy, I said to him the other day, I was like, "Why didn't you tell me publishing books is so hard?" Because man, I went in there with a lot of confidence. There's one thing writing a story, but there's another thing creating a product, and it's so tough.
Yeah.
So everybody beware.
At least you got a crew of people that can help you out too. You know, I mean, it's you got your illustrator and some other people helping you out too. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks to your lifesaver.
And then
so many times.
And Bobby, shout out to your podcast. You got Sportshead podcast. You got the Coffee Pod. Give your show a shout out real quick before we wrap this up.
Yeah, Mondays you can catch me at 12 noon East here on the East Coast of the United States. We do coffee and pods. It's like a talk soup for the podcast that we kind of like to follow. You can see me on Wednesdays. I co-host a Rob Saul show Wednesdays 8:30 p.m. East, and on Fridays I do the Sports Heads on the Shuley Network on YouTube at 7:30 p.m. East.
Busy man.
Busy man.
Yes.
Yeah. And you jump on other shows like mine, so I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yep. Where you gonna see me?
Yeah.
Man,
now I just gotta.
Nobody grinds like you Yanks though. Your work ethic's ridiculous. You Americans, swear to God, your work ethic is insane.
Yeah. I'll go to bed at like midnight and wake up at 5 just to do a show before work.
Do a 12-hour shift, like, you know what I mean? Next level, beast mode.
I really enjoy this, man. I mean, I've met a lot of people doing this, so it feels good.
Yeah, big up to the Yanks. Nobody gives your work ethic enough fucking credit, like, you know what I mean? Like, the way you settle that country, man, insanity.
All right, guys, I appreciate you coming on today. We kind of threw this together yesterday. You guys want to do a show? Yeah, sure. All right, cool. So appreciate you. You guys keep an eye out for episode 100. I'm still kind of deciding what I'm going to do, but it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I imagine I'll have a lot of you guys on here as well. And we got our group messenger chat, so I'll let everybody know what's going on, and whoever wants to participate can.
Cool.
And until next time, guys, we'll see you around.
All right. Peace.